Hey everybody, welcome to Hankster's Hot Rods and Muscle Cars in Homer City, Pennsylvania. You found our YouTube channel. My name's Billy. I'm the buyer here. I want to show you this car behind me today. It's one of our certified units here at Hankster's. That means it comes with a 3-month, 3,000-mile powertrain warranty, and also included on the price of it on our website is free enclosed shipping to the lower 48 states. So let's get started. What it is a 1966 Chevrolet Nova. As you can see, it's finished off in a unique color. It's kind of a reddish color, but also has kind of a burnt orange kind of tinge to it. So really nice color outside in the sun, shines really nice, looks like a really kind of like a reddish copper color, metallic paint job. Super shiny all the way throughout. Some little flaws here and there, I can point out a few as we go around, but that doesn't detract from the car. It shows really nice overall. So let's kind of take a look here at some of the bright work on the car. We have wheel arch moldings on all 4 corners. Those are in good shape. I don't see any dings here in this one. Fits nice to the car. Wheel and tire package. We have Cobra Radial tires, 235/60 15s all the way around. Those are on rally rims, steel rally rims from Chevrolet here. We have our beauty rings and our kind of fin center caps here that just kind of clip on and cover those lugs. Wheels are in good shape. The silver paint looks nice on all of them. Fender badge here on the Nova, 327 with the flag logo. That's in nice shape, but that's not the engine in the car. More about that later. Here I'm looking at some of the body lines. Pretty consistent here from top to bottom. You can see that kind of raised strip in the middle of the car. Lines up well. You kind of see like some of these little imperfections here in the paint, just a small nick there on the door edge, which is a common spot for little nicks. And then we do have a lower rocker molding here on the bottom of the car. Kind of tucks under here so you don't see any paint from here down. It's all shiny. Looks really nice. This car is kind of a mix between some new replacement trim and some original. Here on the vent window, this is original trim to the car. So it's showing some really slight age on the driver's side here. Same thing with the strip here at the bottom of the window, original stuff. Light scratching, overall, pretty nice. I'm looking in the drip rail for any cracking. That looks fine all the way back. Trim lines up nice. See the corner piece, top piece, and bottom piece all line up nice there at the corner. And here's our rear door gap here. That one's nice and consistent too. About a 1/4 inch there, consistent all the way down. Panel, flush, body lines, line up good. Door handles in chrome, those look to be original to the car, still show very well. Just light patina there, nothing concerning. Our lock cylinder looks good too. We do have side view mirrors on both sides, rectangular shape, attached to the car well, rubber behind there to isolate it from the paint job, mirror glass, that looks fine as well. So inside we have our vinyl upholstery in black, front bucket seats, standard lap belts there for the front passengers, original back seat. We kind of have an aftermarket console there with storage, so a little bit of an armrest, a couple cup holders that was not original to the car, added later. B&M floor shifter on the automatic transmission, 700 R4. Factory heater controls there. And you can see a little bit more of a modern radio there. We do have speakers in the kick plates or kick panels, and then speakers out back in the package tray as well. So Kenwood CD player for audio. Our gauge package here is a digital gauge cluster from Dakota Digital. So you can see your speedometer, your tachometer, fuel, temperature, oil pressure, that kind of stuff. All digital. Looks nice when it's lit up. And then we do have an aftermarket style steering wheel there. Kind of a billet aluminum style, nice padded rim, tilt column it looks like as well. Carpet's interesting in this car, kind of sets it off. It's not jet black, it's kind of like a black and gray speckly pattern. Looks really nice. It sets it off nicely, kind of matches some of the dash trim and some of the trim here on the door panels. Speaking of the door panels, looking at my painted metal top here in a satin black. That looks good. Upholstered section below, it's kind of ribbed, pretty nice and straight. Padded armrests, those look to be in good condition. The bright work on the door card just kind of sets it apart. Vertical strip right here. Just a little bit of checking here on that piece. Manual windows here on the Nova. Door closes really nice. Not a lot of effort there. Some old cars you gotta put some muscle behind it. These close really well. Here in the quarter panel, nice and straight bodywork. Looks good. Rear tires, same size, those Cobra Radial GTs, 235/60s on the back too. They match all the way around. The car has kind of an original look to it on the exterior, but as you saw on the inside, some upgrades, and you'll see a lot more upgrades under the hood and when we get underneath the car later in the video. Here I'm looking at the back window. That looks to be original to the car. In good shape, it's nice and clear. Just some very light scratching just from time. Not really any kind of damage, just some normal wear there. Alpine 6.5s in the package tray there. Then our rear window trim, that's painted in a shiny silver color, so a little different than some of the other trim on the car. Maybe a little ding here and there on the rear window trim. Back panel here behind the window looks good on the car. The body seams look nice. Our trunk panel, that consistent dark copper red metallic, looks nice here on the trunk lid. Our gap looks good too. Here in the back we see some more original type pieces. The filler panel here on the back of the trunk, that's an original piece, not aftermarket, so it's showing a little bit of age there. We see our Chevy 2 emblem here with our Chevrolet engraved underneath and our SS on the right-hand side of the video here. We do have new lenses here for our marker or our taillights and turn signals, and then our backup lights. Those plastic lenses are in great shape, really nice and clear there. Rear bumper. Chrome looks good on the rear bumper. It's tucked in real nice to the car. It's consistent from side to side. All of our bumper bolts, the heads on those look real nice and shiny too. Chrome finish looks good on the rear bumper there. Let's look inside the trunk. Inside of the trunk lid, it's all original factory style, nothing modified or cut here, so we have all of our bracing. Perimeter of our trunk looks nice there. Here's our rain gutter. Got our shiny paint in there too. Our trunk seal, that's attached well to the car. It's pliable and soft. It's obviously been replaced at some point. Trunk's finished off nicely, and here I have carpeting on the whole underside here. So the wheel wells, trunk floor, even on our inside of our quarter panels here done in carpet. Just a nice polished look back here. Do have carpeted floor mats. You can see the difference from black there. That's what the carpet in the car looks like. So these matches the carpet in the car identically. And then we have our battery mounted here in our trunk. Little note there, you'll see why in a little bit. Our power cables you can see kind of running up the side there. Trunk closes nice, it's not rattling around, it's not loose. Here down the passenger side, I'm taking a look down the body. Pretty nice and straight down the side of the Nova here. I'm looking at this raised section, it lines up real nice. Here we have a Super Sport badge here on the back, on the rear quarter panel of the car, and that classic script. In good condition there. Take a close look at another one of our wheel moldings. That one's also attached to the car really well. Styling on these Novas is really interesting. You kind of see like just above the arch, there's kind of a styling line there. Chrome work here on the passenger side looks pretty nice. The drip rail's pretty clean in there as well. Once again, the piece under the window here on the top of the door, that's original to the car. We also have the matching rocker molding all the way down here. Kind of tucks under and mounts underneath, so you don't really see the mounting screws or anything from the side. Nice and clean look there. On the passenger side, we can take a look at the dashboard a little bit. You can see the glove box has that same Super Sport script there on the right-hand side. Finished off in like a metallic finish on that cover there on the glove box. Dash pad's in good shape, nice and straight. I don't see any cracks in it. And we can get a good look at that carpet again, that kind of speckly black and gray color there. The seats have been reupholstered, they're in great shape. Nice door gap here on the back of the door. Our matching side view mirror here. Here's where we see a little patina coming back on that vent window. Like I said, that's original to the car, so you can expect a little age showing there. Our front door gap, it's nice and flush from panel to panel. Still aligns really nicely, consistent from the top and the bottom. Pretty nice all the way up. Kind of a shorty antenna here, a little custom touch. Doesn't have the long metal and like original, so it's black. It's affixed to the car well. It's flexible too, so you're not going to bend it or break it. Front windshield, it's nice and clear. Top portion's tinted a little bit. So here on the molding for the windshield, we have rubber, like a rubber seal that goes around. That's how the windshield goes in. So rubber on both sides of that, stainless trim there. That rubber's soft, it feels nice. Taking a look at the front of the car a little bit here in the cowl, where the wiper's attached. That paint job looks pretty nice in there. Real neat here on each one of the individual fins. And then we have a steel hood here on the Nova. Small little cowl raised up in the middle here. Paint job looks nice up here. At the front of the car, we can see the grille. That looks like an original piece. It's got a few little spots of minor damage there. Our Super Sport badge right here. It really shows well overall, though it doesn't really detract from the car in my opinion. And then we have our strip here at the bottom of our hood. Headlights on both sides, those look to be in good condition. And then our bezels around there, I don't see any damage. It looks nice. Our mounting screws are there. Nice and tight fit to the bodywork here. Front bumper in chrome. Same story as the back. It fits nice and tight to the car. It's nice and consistent from side to side. So that just kind of tells me that the car didn't suffer any accidents, or everything's aligned as it should be there. The bezel on this side also looks nice. Let's take a look under the hood. Couldn't find the release lever there for a second. Satin black on the underside, painted. All the bracing is intact. You see kind of a cutout here for our air cleaner. Lots of upgrades under here. What we have for the engine is a Blueprint crate motor. It's a 383 small block Chevrolet engine. Produces just over 400 horsepower. Some dress-up parts. A lot of times we see these parts in chrome, but on this car they kind of black these parts out. Really nice aggressive styling on that. So the black air cleaner cover here with the red Chevrolet engraved into it, little lock nut there at the top, Chevrolet symbol. That matches the valve covers. You can see that and that match really well. Just thought out here aesthetically and for performance purposes as well. You can see here we have some ignition parts from MSD. This is our ignition box and our MSD coil. Back here we have our MSD distributor as well. So some nice upgrades. Aluminum intake manifold, aluminum heads there from Blueprint as well. Serpentine setup here on all of our accessories, our alternator, our power steering, our water pump. Some cooling upgrades too in the Nova, so an aluminum radiator here, electric cooling fans, 2 of them. Really neat under here. You can see things like this where our relays are mounted, real nice and neat. Our power brake booster there. This car does have 4-wheel disc brakes. You'll get a good look at that when we get to the underside. You can kind of catch a few of the upgrades here with our support braces here, our tubular control arms. The car does have a subframe underneath it, so yeah. Once we get there, I can point out some more of those upgrades, but you can see some of them from this view as well. So that'll kind of finish it up for the exterior and interior view of the Nova. What we're going to do next is take the car in the back and put it on the lift, and then we can show more about the goodies underneath. All right, thanks for hanging around, everybody. I'm underneath our 1966 Chevrolet Nova. Car looks pretty original on the outside, but underneath here, lots of modifications and upgrades to talk about, so let's get started. Here with the cooling system, first upgrade we can talk about here is our aluminum radiator. And we do have some electric cooling fans here as well for cooling. So just upgrades there. Keeps it nice and cool in traffic. No worries of overheating here on the Nova. I'm looking at my fittings here. Some braided lines coming out of our radiator at the bottom. Those are nice and dry. Black braided lines. Looks real nice and sleek. Petcock's dry. Our lower radiator hose is dry. So no evidence of any leaking in the cooling system of the car. Talk a little bit about the steering upgrade here. We have a rack and pinion steering. on the Nova. Just much more modern system, real nice tight steering. Looking at the tie rod ends, those have been replaced. I can see the new hardware here and cotter pins at the end. Greasable as well. Suspension, you can take a look at our tubular control arms upper and lower here on the Nova. Our ball joints, same story, new hardware, new cotter pins. Our spindles, those look new as well. And we do have a CPP lowering spring here. Looking at KYB shocks on the front here, mounted to the control arm right here. And then this is a whole subframe, bolt-on subframe here from CPP. Mounts to the vehicle here, comes forward, and all of our suspension components mount to that. So better handling system than what the car came with originally. Brakes, upgraded as well. Disc brakes all the way around, front and rear. Of course, that includes the calipers as well. Most of these parts probably bought as a package. Lots of aftermarket solutions for these cars. It's not cobbled together. It's engineered and designed to work really well as a cohesive unit. Really nice thought out packages here for the Nova. Drivetrain, looking at our small block Chevy engine. This is a blueprint motor. Runs great. No evidence of any leaks. Drain plug dry. All around the perimeters dry. Looks good. Oil filter spin on here dry. Real nice and clean. The engine block itself, I'm looking up, looks really good. You know, looking at the bottom of the heads there, no evidence of any leaking at all. Really nice and clean. As I look up, I can see the exhaust there, long tube headers mounted to the heads here, connects to a dual exhaust all the way back out the rear of the vehicle. We can talk about the trans, 700R4, automatic here, drain plug dry, perimeter, all the bolts, gasket looks good, no evidence of any leaks. Here's our linkage here. That looks good, nice and tight as well. This car's a good, really good driver, drives down the road really nice. So here, this is the original structure to the car. So that right here is kind of where the subframe takes over the modern pieces. But behind that, we have the original metal. It's really secure, solid. You know, I don't see really any evidence of damage or any kind of repairs to that metal. It looks good. Then at the back side, we have frame connectors that run all the way back. We'll probably get a good look at those from the back. I'm also looking at the floor pans a little bit down both sides of the vehicle. It does have some undercoating on it, but you can still see all the drains, the stampings, the factory seams, everything. It looks pretty good. Looking at my rockers and my pinch welds down the side of the car, those look fine as well. I'll kind of wrap it up here at the front, so let me flip the camera around and we'll keep going from the back side. All right, here we are, back side of the Nova. Here I'm looking at that dual exhaust, 2 1/4 inch all the way back. It comes up over the axle, exits here at the rear sides of the fuel tank, kind of flares out here at the exhaust tip. Just a neat little touch there. It's not just a straight piece of metal, it's flared out. It looks kind of neat. Here we can see those frame connectors I spoke about earlier coming from the front of the car all the way to the back here. Just adding structure to the underbody of the car. If you add performance upgrades for power, you want to make sure the chassis of the car can handle it. That's been done here on this Nova. Steel drive shaft here. You can see some of the braided lines, you know, running up to the engine. Those are fuel lines. So I'm looking up here and I see a fuel pump, fuel filter here. So this car does have fuel injection, so a really reliable system there. So we can see some of that plumbing for the system here. Rear shocks on the vehicle, KYBs to match, just like the fronts. Different rear end here in the vehicle, 4 9-inch rear. POSI traction with a 323 gear ratio. Here I'm taking a look at the brake lines. Those are braided as well. You don't see that very often. The whole line back here to both discs. Disc brakes on the rear too. So performance upgrade stopping in the rear. And I can see my e-brake cables here connected to both sides, both disc brakes. Rear springs are multi-leaf springs here on the rear, kind of tied in right here on the chassis of the car, right where that frame connector comes back. And I'm looking at the integrated frame rails here all the way back. Those are nice and straight. I don't see any damage there. That's where our bump stops are for our suspension there. And then finally back at the very rear end of the frame, we see the shackles for the rear spring hangers. All that metal looks good too. Here's the fuel tank on the Nova. Straps are in place from front to back. It's finished off in a satin black color there. I don't see any damage. It's not dented up or anything like that, so that looks fine. And then finally here at the rear, I'm looking at the bumper structure behind the bumper. That all looks fine, in good condition. Chrome on the rear bumper looks good too. So yeah, that'll kind of wrap it up. It's a neat car. Looks kind of original from the outside. It's got the rally wheels, it's got the traditional look, but plenty of drivability upgrades under here. It really kind of transforms this car. So I'm gonna put it down and we'll start it up.